Alrighty, so our snazzy new weapon from the Breeding Grounds event is of course the long-awaited Prova Vandal. Originally meant to be a reward for the Gravitas event, it is finally ours to toy around with. So to get this weapon you will need to get a single score of at least 48 or higher from the Breeding Grounds event. What I did was I ran a lot of missions with random players until I got my 10 score, which is the score on the right. My score was above 300, then I decided to run a solo event mission and I got a score of 51. Now I'm not sure what way the scoring works at the minute, and I don't think anyone really is 100% sure. It did get a little bit messed up at the start of the event with certain group members getting all different scores even if you're in the same group. So like I said, I got a 51, maybe you'll get a little bit less, or maybe you'll get a little bit higher. By all means let me know in the comment section below what score you got if you do have the Prova Vandal, which of course is a cattle prod melee weapon that you do see a lot of those prod guys, the corpus prod guys, running around with, trying their best to hit you with and failing miserably as you face stomp them into the ground. Now it does deal electric damage, so modding this thing for magnetic, corrosive or radiation is already that little bit easier. Now as for its stats, it does have a base electricity damage of 48. Its crit chance is terrible of 5%. Its attack speed is 1.0, which isn't that bad. Status chance though is 20%, which is really good. Now you do get 100% guaranteed AoE electricity proc on every slam attack, which is really good. You will stun the living crap out of all of your enemies, and you will also stagger enemies on hit. Right, so these are the builds I've been using since I hit level 30 with the Prova Vandal. All of these builds are status chance with 56% status chance, which is really good. For Infested I use Corrosive with Volcanic Edge for the additional fire and status chance. These new mods absolutely rock, can't wait for the Frost versions. I use Spoiled Strike, but that's a personal preference. You could switch that out for Focus Energy, Life Strike or even Quickening for more speed if that suits your playstyle. Now for Grineer I've gone for Radiation and Viral, and as you can see Spoiled Strike is there again. I use it on all of my melee builds, but like I said, that is personal preference. You could also switch that out for Focus Energy, Quickening or even Killing Blow if you've got the right capacity to move it around. And for Corpus I use Magnetic and either pure poison damage or gas damage. Now why gas? Well, that's simply because I want to get the extra status chance for Volcanic Edge, and the knockdown effect from the gas, which are slam attacks, is really useful against certain Corpus types. You might lose a little bit of damage using gas as opposed to the pure poison damage, but you could take out the Volcanic Edge if you want and put in Fever Strike there instead. And as you can see I also have Spoiled Strike, which like I said in the last one, you could switch that out for any other mod that you wanted if it doesn't suit your playstyle. So from what I've played of the Provo so far, I guess my initial thoughts are it's an okay weapon, it's nothing to be too excited about. Its status chance on Ground Slam make it pretty useful as a good utility weapon, but if you're looking for an outright damage weapon then there are pretty much a lot better ones out there. As far as the event goes, once again it looks like the mods seem to be the best thing about it, not to mention the actual new tile sets which are really good as well, and also the introduction of what seems to be our future Warframe, which looks a bit like a frog, I guess Kermit the Frame or one of his Muppet buddies. I'm not really sure what to think of its looks yet, but let me know how you guys are getting on in the Breeding Grounds event. Do you have your Vandal yet, and if so, what do you think of it? How many points did you get to get your hands on this thing? Do you love it or hate it, or is it just another mastery leveler for you, as it kind of is for me? Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, as it helps me out. Hit that subscribe button for more Warframe content if you haven't already, and as always, thanks very much for watching.